a lot of the discussions have been around how do we manage to achieve both a commercially attractive return and at the same time achieve the developmental impacts that we all want to and need to as part of our mission and as part of our objectives. So Venture Capital Hybrid Fund is investing in the provision of financial services, especially credit, to individuals and small businesses at the bottom of the pyramid in Africa. And that's a big addressable market which has been underpenetrated to date. I think some changes in technology really facilitate addressing that market. And where there is a market that's not being addressed, that creates an opportunity. That creates an opportunity for the ultimate people who we're investing in. And that creates an opportunity for us and for our investors. And we believe we can achieve that return at the same time, have that positive impact. So we are a financial sector focused fund, and the reason we believe in financial sector is just that, the changes in the ecosystem. So things like mobile money and mobile wallets, people think about that as financial services, but actually we see that as more as the ecosystem. We see that as the rails, and the companies we invest in are actually building on those rails. They're building real financial services on those rails, extending credit, collecting credit, and thereby they're helping to build people's businesses at the bottom of the pyramid. That may be small businesses, that may be medium-sized businesses, or it may be micro entrepreneurs. And that's creating jobs and livelihoods, and at the same time creating returns for our investors. So I think it's a good time to get involved in private capital in Africa. I think it's a long cycle. Private equity everywhere in the world is a long cycle. I think in the US and in Western Europe, that cycle's probably turned. I think we're now in the down cycle in those markets now. In Africa, I think we're coming out of that down cycle. I think that's quite a complicated prediction. What do I mean by that? We have seen a big bull market in private equity. We've seen an expansion of private equity and private capital in the early part of the last decade. That sort of worked its way through the system. I think we've had 2 or 3 difficult years. I think as new investors into funds this year and next year, I think we'll really reap the rewards, because actually there's a lot of good deals, a lot of good projects now, and there's less capital, less funds, less equity, less credit funds who are available to invest in those deals. It has been an incredible melting pot of limited partners from around the world, different GPs, different actors from the community, and it's been organized like clockwork as always.